I know I look like I have crazy hair, but I did wash it last night. I did not brush it today, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. Don't look at it. Just don't look. Just don't look. Just, I'll put a hat on, okay? Here. Although it's not really a bad hair day. Bad hair. It just says bad hair. That's right. It's not bad hair day. It's bad hair. Bad. Oh, I can't tighten it. You gotta get it together, Anna. Come on. There we go. How do you function? There. I tightened it. How's that? That better? Bad hair. You bad hair. Anyways. Oh, yesterday we went on a hike. Not purposely. Something in my eye. We weren't purposely supposed to go off trail like we did, but oh my gosh, I am so sore today. I am crazy sore. Like my pecs, my biceps, my, what are these called? Like right on your, like your shoulder, like right here. Not quads. Maybe I shouldn't be a nurse. Because I was picking up the stroller with Roxy in it to try to get through this path. The path, once we got on the path, it started getting a little bit more narrow, a little bit more steep, and then the roots were growing out from the ground. So then there were spots where I had to pick her up and, you know, carry the stroller and carry her, because there's no way I could push the stroller through the roots. And it just got crazy. And then we got to a point where we got lost. We got lost and it would fork. And I'm just like, okay, let's go this way. Let's go to the right. And we go to the right and then we do a loop. So we ended up doing a couple loops, extra loops that we weren't really planning to do. But we got our exercise in. I have never sweat and worked out so much hiking in the last 3 years than I did yesterday. I was just like, I'm definitely taking a shower. Yeah, but looking back, it was fun. It was adventurous. It was, I mean, we were laughing, you know, throughout it. And she's just like, I just met this lady and she asked me to go. And she's just like, you have such a positive outlook. You have such a great personality and such a positive outlook. Like, I've met people that are just so, you know, negative. And if they get lost or if things are hard, you know, you can't pull them out of it. But like, you always like just, you know, keep a positive outlook. And I'm like, you have to laugh about it, you know? So, yeah, it was fun. Roxy kept on like, you know, just being banged around in the stroller and barking, and I'm just like, there's nothing I can do, Roxy. Like at one point I was just like, okay, we're lost. We might need to call for help. Thank goodness it wasn't late at night. It was getting a little later, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't late at night. But if it was late, we might have had to call for help. And I thought, okay, this is getting hard, you know, like carrying the stroller, picking up the stroller and Roxy. So that's probably, I would say, you know, 30 pounds, and I'm not very strong. So I was just like, okay, how long can I do this? I might have to leave the stroller here, you know, and just carry her. But, you know, she gets heavy too. So it's one of those things that like you have no choice. You just have to push through. And thank God that I brought water. She's just like, oh, I made a mistake. I did, you know, like something I never do. She goes, I thought we were just going for a little stroll. I didn't think we were going like way off, you know, the beaten path. So she forgot water, but luckily I had brought water. So we had enough water for both of us and the dogs. And I brought some protein bars, but we didn't end up needing those. But I was just like, wow, this teaches you, like, always be prepared. Even if you're just going for a stroll, be prepared. And I was telling her, like, I didn't even, bring protection or anything. And we heard something. I don't know. I kept stopping. I'm like, what was that? She's like, there are animals out here. I'm like, great. That's all I want to hear. That's all I need to hear right now. I'm like, we haven't. I'm like, Roxy, you've lived a good life. But anyways, on the walk, this woman is amazing. She's lived like so much. She's lived, like I told her, like, 4 lifetimes in her life. The things that she's done, I'm just like, wow. I was just amazed. So anyways, we talked about, she's walked it's called the El Camino or the Camino Trail. And so she was telling me about that. She was like, you would be great at doing that. So I'm going to look into it. It sounds fun. So if anyone wants to go with me, I told her, you have to go with someone who you really like a lot, because you're with them 24/7. And I think it takes, I don't know, you can do it at your own pace. And then somebody that's at your level too. You don't want to go with someone that, either holds you back or is so advanced that you're just like huffing and puffing. But she said you stay like at like almost I forget what they're called, but they're like hostels along the way. And it could take you like 30 days to go through this trail, but it's super safe. There's tons of people on the trail. So I'm gonna look into that. It sounds like fun. Obviously, when Roxy's not with me any longer. So hurry up, Roxy. Jesus is calling you. Come on, because I can't do this when I'm like in my 70s. Not that she's gonna live that long. So yeah, I could do it when I'm 60. She's not gonna live that long. Well, who knows? I met a couple who had a little dachshund who lived to be 21. So anything's possible. But I don't know. I have felt in the last year that this was, that she was just right around the corner. And then she surprises me. So sometimes though, I look at her and I'm like, are you breathing? All right, guys, I didn't mean to talk about Roxy dying. It made me sad though. I was thinking about it the other day and I literally almost started crying because I have bonded with her so much. She is such a part of me. Even one day she was sleeping. She was so just tired that she was sleeping that I was able to sneak out and go for a walk. And when I went for a walk without her, it felt so weird. It felt so, I don't know, felt weird. I didn't like it at all. I came back. I was just like, I don't like being without her. I don't like being without, I'm thinking if I continue this lifestyle, I would definitely get another dog. Definitely. Yeah, I could see where people would get, lonely. You don't get lonely when you have a pet. A dog. I'd probably get lonely if it was a cat. And cats are very they do their own thing. They don't really want to go for walks. Although I do watch one channel, Mateo, and he takes his cat for a walk. His cat seems really cool. Hi, Mateo. You still need to teach me how to crack an egg with one hand. One day. So it's Lars and Mateo, and their channel is called Blue. What is it? Sorry, it's the gears. The gears sometimes stop working. So Mateo, if you're watching this, say a comment and I'll highlight your comments so that people can click on your videos. Winter's Blue? I don't know, but he's an amazing musician, and he is a single guy traveling on the road with his cat. He started out with a van. I believe it was a Chevy what was it? Oh, an Astro. I used to have one of those vans when I was when my kids were little. I was like a soccer mom, you know, with the van and the kids. It's an Astra van. And so he started with that, and then somebody gave him a van, another van. They actually gifted him a van, and he has been rebuilding it and stuff like that. And his latest video, he's in one of these weird little other kind of vehicles where the steering wheel is on the passenger side. I forget what it's called. I'm not good with words. I'm not good with remembering names. It's horrible. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, you could go check out his channel. You could tell he's a super nice guy, very down to earth, just very personal. It's hard for me to believe when he says that he is an introvert and that he likes to be alone, because anytime I see him around people, you could tell that he likes people, you know, he acknowledges them, he likes them, he's very pleasant. But I guess I'm the same way. It's like, I don't really like being around people. I like being alone, but when I'm around people, I'm very friendly and I'm very outgoing and I'm very, you know, like, nobody would know, but I am very shy and introverted. But I prefer being alone. So even when people want to get together, and you know, it causes me great anxiety when I start planning things. So with me, it always has to be just spur of the moment like that, because then I don't have time to think about it and get anxious about it. So I'm divulging my secrets, guys. Alrighty. Well, I think that's enough. That's enough. All right, guys. Have a great day. Go brush your hair. Go brush your teeth. Go brush your pets. Bye, guys.